Today I choose to follow you.
Good morning, it's Thursday, the 16th of February, and I've got an awesome cup of coffee with some nice thick crema. I hope you've got something to start today. Romans 5, verse 6, Remain of Faith, verse 6. Yesterday I spoke about the fact that it depends on which side of Christ you fall, whether you will meet the compassionate, generous, loving, gracious God, or whether you will meet his more aggressive, more abrasive side. But I want to remind you this morning that his ultimate reason for coming to earth was to save all of mankind. God would have that not one would perish, but that all would come to saving knowledge. And Romans 5 verse 6 tells us so clearly, for while we were still helpless, at the right time, Christ died for the ungodly. And that ungodly is all the ungodly. It's not a qualified ungodly. John 3:16 tells us that for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son. And it's really an inclusive message that of salvation in Jesus Christ, restoration with God through Jesus Christ is an inclusive message, not an exclusive message. It just depends which side you fall on. Either you accept that and you believe that and you realize within your heart that there's a need for that. But you see, many of us don't want to admit that we're helpless. Many of us don't want to admit that we need a savior. And if we hold on to untruths and to the misnomer that we can correct and we can save and we can cleanse and we can make ourselves righteous, then we miss the whole point. Jesus Christ came to die for the ungodly. And part of the attack on the Pharisees yesterday, part of the humiliation on the Pharisees yesterday was to expose their pride-filled life, their life that held on to the fact that they thought they were good enough in themselves. And sometimes we need to be humiliated in order to realize our need. And sometimes you punish a child not because you don't love them, but exactly because you do love them. And sometimes we have to confront people in the workplace. Sometimes we have to do the hard thing. We can't always be nice. Nice is 'n four-letter swearwoord. Ons kan nie altyd die goeie ou wees. Ons kan nie altyd almal geruststel nie. Daar's tye waar jy iemand moet 'n bietjie konfronteer met die waarheid. Daar's tye waar uit liefde jy nie 'n persoon los in sy dwaasheid nie. En dat jy ingryp en jy wys hom sy dwaasheid uit, sodat hy hopelik die gevolge van sy dade sal besef en tot verandering kom. 'n wyse man, jy gee hom net die waarheid en hy pas sy lewe by die waarheid aan. Maar 'n dwaas, hy moet voel. En as hy voel, hopelik sien hy dat as hy sy keuses en sy leefstyl verander, sal die gevolge daarvan ook verander. Jesus Christ, while we were still helpless, came and died for the ungodly. Accept your past, accept what's brought you up to this point, and give it to God. Let the death of Christ take on meaning, real meaning, in your heart and in your life as you hold on to your helplessness and present that to God, so that he can make you the person and give you the purpose for which life was given to you. And then you start living the life that you were created to live. Well, I trust that gives you something to think about. I trust that you'll realize that the message that the church has is to tell people, accept your past, give it to God, and allow him to create your future. Have a wonderful Thursday.